Well, g'day VanFam, and welcome back to another episode. What a sensational camp this is. This is Wooramel, and when you're dreaming and planning of traveling Australia, these are the camps that you've got in mind. This is the absolute goal. This is the pinnacle of camping in Australia. But we didn't just arrive here overnight. We've traveled over 1,300 kilometers in just a few days to get here. And in this video, we're going to share that journey with you. So let's go back to the start and we'll share this week's episode with you. Well, good morning, VanFam.
Good morning.
Would you look at this? She's out of bed before dark.
I can get out of bed when needed.
We're at a little roadhouse that we found on the highway just as it was getting dark last night.
It's a bit weird us arriving somewhere when it's so dark.
Well, we didn't even get on the road until 3 in the afternoon. Yeah. We've left Perth.
We've finally left Perth, and it's
We're
so exciting.
finally leaving the southwest.
I can't believe it. I honestly thought we wouldn't get anywhere. We wouldn't get here.
Like this time would never come. But we were in Perth finishing off a few jobs. We got our hot water system fixed. We got a few upgrades. Yeah, Mel's a happy camper.
I'm so happy.
We got a few upgrades done to the car. So we got a snorkel put on. We got recovery points because we're heading to the Ningaloo.
Yay! We're heading where it's warm, where I can ditch this jumper.
And I didn't feel comfortable going up there without recovery points. So I was like, we must get that job done. So I got the recovery points finished, picked up the car, and then we were off.
And we were gone.
Travelling when we wouldn't normally travel in the afternoon.
It was weird.
We just drove until dark or just before dark, pulled into a roadhouse. They had a caravan park attached to it.
We don't like driving at night because of all the kangaroos. There were quite a few bodies on the road, so we were like, we probably shouldn't.
I said I don't want to continue on at night. But we are here. We need to cover a lot of ground today, so that's why we're up before dark.
So we're just cooking some eggs before we head out this morning. We're going to have egg and lettuce sandwiches for lunch. We're trying to be a little more proactive with our lunches.
Save time, save money. We got a lot of K's to cover, so that sun is just about up, so we're going to wake up the munchkins and get going.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
We're on the road again.
Feels good to be back on the road again.
It does. I do like the road trip days where you're moving from one place to another really fast.
Yeah, it never ceases to amaze me how we can go from one environment to another. Like, it's 17 degrees outside right now this morning. At this time, whilst we were in the southwest, it would have been about 4 degrees in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's so green out here this time compared to the last time we came down. They've obviously had a lot of rain out this way.
Yes, lots of rain. Even last night, it rained last night.
Yeah, we were listening to the pitter-patter of rain as we were trying to sleep. But yeah, we've got one little stopover before we get to our destination. We have learnt from the last time that we travelled down the West Australian coast. Geraldton is the last town that has an Aldi.
Yes, we love Aldi.
So we got to swing in through Geraldton and do a little bit of a resupply before we head up into the Ningaloo.
Plus, there's only IGAs in Ningaloo and they're expensive. So we want to get some staples, get our favourites before we get going. Last Aldi for a country mile.
Going to pick up a few Kranskis in here at Aldi. They're so much cheaper at Aldi. They only work out at $1 a Kransky. And then to go with this, we're going to get some brioche buns. Now the brioche buns and the German Kranskis, they just last for a really long time. So the perfect item for long range camping.
We've got to stock up on our favourite Aldi muesli bars because they're about half the price of normal supermarkets. Kids eat a lot of them.
In search of the perfect bread without spending too much dough. Find everything you love in our delicious bakery lineup.
Top ones for Kaylee.
Kaylee,
Thank you.
Owen,
Thank you.
we have achieved our goal of...
We stayed true. We didn't falter. We
It was tempting to get takeout, it was.
We didn't get takeout. We made ourselves egg and lettuce sandwiches.
So we're just gonna eat on the drive because we still have quite a few Ks to go.
And we got our Aldi shop. We got a bunch of our Aldi favourites because we're not going to see an Aldi for a good amount of time.
A couple of months.
at least a couple of months, which is kind of sad. Got all our Aldi favourites. On to our first camp. I've got 360 Ks to do until camp, so we should be getting there at a reasonable hour, around 3ish, seeing as we started the day so early.
We'll see you when we get there, guys.
Okay, guys.
We've arrived and it's hot. Jumpers are off.
The temperature has definitely changed. 25 degrees as we arrived, and it's late in the afternoon now.
It's so good.
So we are at
Wooramel.
Oh my god, Wooramel. No, it's not Woom, that's what you... Woorara. I'm going to look it up. Wooramel Station. Now, I've been saying it...
Wooramel River Retreat is what it's called.
It's a station, guys. I've been saying it right for a couple of days, and Mel keeps calling it Woomera, and it's finally worn off on me. Now I look like the silly one.
Oh, it's hard.
So yeah, guys, this costs $55 a night for us to stay here. We're currently in school holidays, which might explain why the place is absolutely packed.
Now, normally they do kids free for 2 nights with a talk membership, but because it's school holidays, that doesn't apply.
So we don't get out of that. And I think the rate is a bit high because of the school holidays,
that's right.
which is unfortunate
for us. It's normally
$36
a night.
Because we're not on school holidays.
In
fact, we're taking our rest day here tomorrow and we'll be doing school, but paying school holiday prices. So that's fun for us. Anyway, guys, the reason why this place is so popular is because of the artesian baths. Now, we've had a really long day. We've had a really long day and a half. We've travelled about 760 Ks. So we're going to put the cameras away tonight, but tomorrow we'll show you around the station.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone. Where will you go? Won't you miss the ones you know? I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our marks to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run, and the sun would always shine.
Well, this is Cream Creek. Now, apparently, according to the other campers, that flooding is really rare. Spoken to some of the other campers while we were in the baths last night, and they said they've been here 3 or 4 times and they've never seen it in flood like this before. So we feel pretty lucky to have arrived when the river is, or the creek is flooding, we get to come and check it out. It's absolutely beautiful. I got a bit of leftover egg and lettuce sandwich, and I can't think of a better way to start the day. A nice walk down one of the most gorgeous little creek systems I've ever gone for a walk down. Beautiful egg and lettuce sandwich. This is Liv and Barry. This is why we do it.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. River's gonna cry when you're gone.
Well, there she is, home sweet home. I can already hear what's going on inside. As we've said already, school is back. We're in the first week of school, so if we pop our head in, I bet we'll see the kids in their live lessons. Mum probably sitting on the bed. Let's say she's working. Live lessons. How's school going, kids?
Good.
How you doing, Dal? I'll leave you all to it. Yeah, so as I said, first week of school, it's usually not too bad the first week. They don't go too hard on the work returns on the first week. So we got a bit done on the Monday before we left. We'll hopefully get the kids finished today so that they've got the rest of the week off. So once we get the kids through a bit of school, we'll go out and we'll have a look around. We'll let the kids play in the creek. We'll sit in the artesian baths and just enjoy our rest day before we got to get on the road tomorrow. We've still got a lot of kilometres to cover, unfortunately. After we finished school for the day, it was time to go and check out some of the attractions at Wooramel Station. First up was the historic tip walk. Tell us what it is, Kaylee.
It's an elephant face. Yeah.
What have they made it out of?
A
A quirky attraction filled with a collection of old machinery, old vehicles, and various items that have accumulated over the station's nearly 150-year history. Hey look, Mel, it's in better nick than ours.
Probably.
After the tip walk, we went for another soak in the artesian baths. The baths are naturally heated and rich in minerals, and they're very picture perfect. Luckily for us though, the kids preferred to play in the flooding Green Creek, leaving Mum and Dad a rare chance to soak and relax in peace and quiet.
Well guys, we've had to move camps because we are, I guess, not out of season anymore. We are where all the travellers are, and this place is booked out. We have about a 15-minute walk back to the baths, so that's always fun. You know, we wanted to stay an extra night and we just figured, you know, it'll be right, and I guess it's not anymore. So I guess we need to be a bit more prepared about places in the future, which will be a little frustrating. It was kind of nice not being out of season, but I guess we'll manage. I want to go in and see what Brett's cooking me for dinner. Oh, what have we got?
What can you see?
Is it Van Nachos?
It's Van Nachos.
I love Van Nachos. It's my favourite meal.
Yeah, so as Mel was saying, we're no longer out of season and we're kind of unprepared for that. We have no bookings. We get a couple bookings in the Ningaloo, which are gifts from a friend. And then we'll show you what travel realities are like when you're unprepared and unbooked. But yes, I'll cook you some Van Nachos. We'll have some dinner, go to bed and continue north. Flies. There's flies up here. Get yours served up first. Kaylee gets it served with some sour cream. Someone asked for tomato sauce. You guys happy for your Van Nachos?
Delicious. Yes.
I'll go stick ours in the barbecue.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm starving.
There you go, Mum. Yours is without the spicy red stuff like mine. Are you a happy camper?
I am. I love Van Nachos. It's my favourite meal.
And how about you children? You enjoying your meal?
Delicious.
Well, unfortunately there's no Survivor to watch anymore, so what are we watching, children?
Travel Guys.
Good wholesome family entertainment. So we're going to enjoy some dinner, watch some Travel Guys, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Well, good morning, VanFam. We're all up nice and early this morning. We've got another travel day. It's 7:30 now. Kids have been up for a bit over an hour. I'll pop your head in and I'll show you what's going on, but we won't stay in the van for too long. We've got
Kaylee and Owen in their live lesson. I'm sure Mum's over there thinking about getting out of bed. From that laugh, maybe she's not thinking of getting out of bed. But yeah, we got up nice and early. I've been doing a bit of meal planning because we're going to be going off grid for about a week. So as we swing through Carnarvon today, we're going to pop in and get some food. It's been interesting trying to plan for these weeks off grid again. You've got to think of foods that are on the smaller side of things and things that are going to last a lot longer as well, or things that freeze well. So yeah, it's a bit more challenging than only having to shop for 2 or 3 days. Another bit of advice I can share as well is we're doing this shop in Carnarvon where there's a Woolies, because the next shop, there are shops in Exmouth, but they're IGAs. And another thing that I learned last time I was in Exmouth is there's 2 IGAs, but they're both owned by the same bloke. Basically, he set up one IGA and then opened up a second IGA to kind of ward off any competition moving into the area. So as you can imagine, you're going to save a few bucks if you can shop outside of town. So once these kids finish their lesson, we're going to get in the car, get on the road and make our way into Carnarvon.
I see it in your eyes. Yeah, I can read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we make a change. Oh, you know you'll always have me. Baby, I will always stay with you. So put your trust in me. We'll work it out, you'll see. If we get in a car and drive someplace far, yeah, we could go for a ride. The two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a ride. You and I.
All right, guys, well, we've come into Carnarvon. We've done our grocery shop. We've just come back to the car to start playing Tetris, but I've got to say, it looks like the secret is out. Caravan, 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 family, another caravan. Looks like everyone knows to do a bit of a stock up before they head into Exmouth, but we're gonna trolley full of groceries. And we've got a wonderful person who's excellent at Tetris. So.
Thank you. I'm right. All my youth can I go play Tetris?
So, time to go in and play Tetris, eh?
Yep, definitely.
I want you to myself. We can stay in.
Alright, Tetris is complete. How'd you go?
It's actually not too bad. I think we're getting better.
I put a lot of thought into choosing food that didn't take up a lot of space.
We also took everything out of its boxes as well. So any crackers we took out of the boxes as well, saved a bunch of space there. So we're able to fit more in.
And then we don't generate as much rubbish when we're out free camping.
Yes, that's
as well.
right.
Or off-grid camping, I should
camping.
say. But yes, onward to the outskirts of Exmouth.
Onward and
Tally-ho, children! Go, go, go! To the car!
To the car! To the car! Onward!
You and I, let us run away. We can go where we want. I'll have your back if you have mine. You and I wanna leave.
There we go. Not too shabby, not a bad view out the window, don't you think?
It's not too bad. We're at Termite Mounds Rest Area. We're about 65 k's outside of Exmouth, so it's the freest place we could be.
It's as close as we could get into Exmouth without a reservation or spending a fortune.
That's right.
It's a little bit busy, but everyone's quiet. It's not a bad spot to stop for the night. So we are fairly exhausted, guys, not going to lie. Another big day in the car, so I think we're just going to have a quiet night. We've promised the kids a bit of Monopoly deal.
Yeah!
We'll watch that sunset out the window, and I might even get the camera out tonight and see if I can't capture a few stars. We'll see you in the morning for the last leg into the Ningaloo.
Woohoo!
Good night.
Night.
Well, good morning, VanFam. Another morning on the road. We are up nice and early. One of the hardest things about travelling through WA for us is dealing with school for the kids, because school for them starts at 9 a.m. back over in Queensland, and over here that means it's 7 a.m. Now in winter it's dark and the sun is only just coming up, but we're trying our best to get the kids to their lesson. They'll take you inside. You can see they're dressed and ready. Well, actually I think Kaylee's still in her sleeping clothes, but here they are in school. There's Mum in bed as usual. We got to get these kids through these lessons. We're all hitched up, so we don't have a lot to do this morning. Just got to put the starling away and we'll make our final run into the Ningaloo. I've made it out to Yardie Creek. It was, what, 80 odd kilometres out to here? Bloody lunchtime, the day gets away from you, doesn't it? We've just stopped and had a bit of lunch. I'm gonna air down. Gonna be using our iCheck tyre deflators. You can get these on our website, www.svedos.com.au. I have set my front tyres, I'm gonna be setting to 25. I'm gonna set the rear car tyres to 30. I'm gonna drop the tyres on the van down to 35. These things are bloody brilliant. Come in here and show us how these work, Mel. Just pop them on. Twist them on, set them at the pressure you want, and that's it. Walk away, come back and take them off. The tyres will be exactly what I set it at. How good is that? There we go, how good is that? I tell you what, these things make the job so much easier.
Only for deflating, not for reinflating.
Of course. They don't magically reinflate the tyres. You still need your air compressor for that. Anyway, we're going to put the car into four-wheel drive for the first time and go and take on this track. You excited, Mel? No. Ready for a few pinstripes? Let's go get it. To get to the camps past Yardie Creek, you have to take the Ningaloo Yardie Creek Road. It's a skinny track that comes with a mix of soft sand, corrugations, and thanks to some of the recent rain, a few muddy holes to avoid. To get out to our campsite at Wooramel, we were on the track for a bit over 20 kilometres. The track demands that you take it slow and steady to avoid any damage, but in a location like the Ningaloo, with views like this, we certainly didn't mind cruising at a slower pace. Well, we made it. That was a bumpy old ride. What did everyone think?
It was a very long, bumpy ride.
Very long ride. It probably took us about 2 hours. We took it nice and slow. You can see, I mean, quite the predicament there. This is camp though, campsite 20, beach through there. I'm not going to show you setting up or parking up because if this video works out the way that I'm intending for it to work out, you're going to see what camp looks like at the start of the video. So with that, I think we're going to wrap up this week's vlog, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and we'll see you in the next episode, guys.
Bye.
See you on the next adventure.
Thank you so much for watching, VanFam. If you'd like to help support our channel, you can do so by visiting our website at www.svedos.com.au and shopping at our online store. If you'd like to watch another video, YouTube thinks you might like this one here.